gals, and over here for Drakeman Game, and send me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you on a Let's Play episode of Changeling Tale, Grace's Path. So let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm, Jan, you are up, and let's go. Grace, what do you mean by freedom?
Malcolm, don't you remember how it was right before I left? How it felt like something was missing. Something wasn't right between us. This will solve it.
How, Grace? We can't buy happiness.
No, but we can buy privacy. Time alone. Time to reconnect. I can take you away with me. We'll find a quiet place all of our own, just you and me and the sea.
Once again, the sea vies for my time with this woman. I'm not sure relocating will solve anything, and anyway, I've no one to take care of Gran. We've been over this, Grace. You and I can't just run away together.
You make it sound like a crime. I'm talking about a vacation. It doesn't have to be forever. Once you see the open seas, you'll fall in love with it.
Don't remind her I've crossed the open seas before. The circumstances were hardly similar. Grace reaches into her blouse and produces the soggy brochure for the West Indies from her cache.
It's possible, together. Think of all the relaxing we could do.
She leans towards me, alluringly pouty, and I have to shift my trousers a bit. This one is a schemer, all right. That was an important decision, so... Perhaps Grace is right. A change of scenery would help us both, especially such a tropical location. It would feel like a lap of luxury, but what will Gran do? Grace's eyes grow larger.
You want to go?
Oh, I didn't say... Oh god. Get smooshed. She's already scooped me up, kissing me with abandon. Truth be told, I long to kiss her more passionately, to assure her she's more desirous than ever. But I had been one to tell her we need to halt our intimacy, to avoid and risk her growing larger. Every day I want to break that promise, but I haven't, out of fear. This voyage of Grace's. I don't see how it will solve my dilemma, but I see the toothy grin spread across Grace's face, and I know she's happy. The happiest I've seen her in a long time. I can't say no to her. Alright, let's leave behind our worries for a while.
That's the spirit. Each worry is just another ballast stone weighing you down. It's high time we lighten the load and sail away.
Must everything be a nautical metaphor with you?
That's what you get when your best friend is a sea creature.
No matter the metaphor, my sea creature's right. I need a break, a real one. One with the woman I love. I'm sick of letting my life slip by here in this village. Even I have no idea as to the consequences of leaving. The glint of gold catches my eye, and I let myself relax in Grace's arms. I'm sure everything will work itself out. I pack quietly over several days in the still of night. Grace and I tackle what is left to refurbish the ship and stock it for a long voyage. The gold we move into safekeeping. Turns out converting treasure into spending money is difficult, but not insurmountable. After a few vague inquiries in the Stag and Nanny, Bulgaria deduces that I not only know about Grace's changes, but that I'm also planning to leave town with her. Given that Bulgaria already knows so much, it's an easy decision to invite my confidant into our little cabal and our scheme. Over a co-conspiratorial brew, he shares a tale of his Boer war days, serving with a man who believed a Glaistig was destined to be his wife. I listened curiously, unsure of the significance. Eventually, Bulgaria divulges that yes, he had a contact who can help. He doesn't confirm that this is the fellow infatuated with the Glaistig, and will only say it's a friend. I promise the gold bars will magically turn into currency in no time, and I know better than to ask more. I only ask that he uses his cut of the treasure discreetly, and not to turn the Stag and Annie into the gaudiest pub in Scotland. On that, he offers no promises. But he does assure me that Gran and the MacLeods will receive their fair share while we're away, and that he will check in on them regularly. Oh, he will get free drinks for life, and we all get free drinks for life. It's a promise he may regret now that Grace, quite literally, drinks like a fish. I wonder what Jessie would have made of all this had she stayed working at the Stag and Nanny. She's in for quite the surprise should she return. The thought of Jessie coming home to more riches than she'd sought out brings a smile to my face. All this thanks to her quiet, unsuspecting little sister. Marion takes the news of our departure hard, as he knew she would. Grace shares that she and her sister had a heart-to-heart by the loch one night. When Marion came to, after fainting one more time at the sight of Grace's newest changes, I'm told she reluctantly agreed it would be best if Grace left before their father returned. What else was said, I don't know. Grace is hesitant to share more. I only hope that sudden windfall in some recompense for the ordeal Marion had been through. With the majority of the preparations taken care of, all that remains is the thing I've been dreading the most. addressing the Gran situation. And find you someone to take care of your Gran.
So let me get this straight. You and Grace are leaving to find Owen MacLeod, so that you could ask the old numpty for his daughter's hand in marriage?
Yes, exactly that. So much for telling the truth. I'm able to meet Gran, squint and gaze, and turn to Marion for backup.
You needn't fret, Agnes. I'll stay with you while you're away. Douglas and I will take good care of you.
Marion knows the real story, but is fine with keeping this one mum. Even she agrees it's the type of situation that is best left away from Gran's ear. And the fact she's willing to watch Gran while we're gone. Sometimes I wonder if Marion is an angel we don't deserve.
Where will you find Owen? Why can't you just wait till he returns? Why can't you just ask for forgiveness rather than permission? We've received letters, Agnes. They're headed to Glasgow to meet when he arrives.
Marion is a remarkable liar when she wants to be. Glad she's on our side. Second, water time. Alrighty.
And that takes weeks.
We just don't have an exact date.
My father will be happy to see them and have company on his return to Acknacraig. And there's lots to see in the city. I hear they have a jazz club now.
As I nervously sip tea, I give Marion a look to indicate she can cut back on the tale now.
I just don't understand. Where on earth is Grace? I haven't seen her in so long. Is she avoiding me? Is she showing?
Tea sputters out of my mouth as I choke. So Gran thinks Grace is with child and that we're rushing down the aisle. As evasive as we've been, I guess I can't blame her for drawing that conclusion. I don't have any motivation to introduce Gran to her faux future granddaughter. She's showing me the world, Gran. I'm excited to travel under better circumstances.
Bring her over before you leave. I want to give her a hug. We'll do our best. She's been very... Stop with the white lies. If she doesn't want to see me, that's her decision.
I can't tell Gran the disgrace we don't want her to see. She's nervous about the trip. Seeing you would only make her cry, Gran. Lies heaped upon lies. Oh yeah, I like the little reflection window. I can't keep lying forever. That is a problem for another day.
I'd best head home to finish packing. Douglas will help me bring my bags over. And he'll watch over your home. Yes, he'll be by from time to time too. He loves a good game of whist.
Thank goodness for Douglas. Perhaps he can be the better grandson, take over what I failed to do these past few months.
Oh, that boy, such a darling.
He sure is great. The flatness of my tone thankfully goes unnoticed.
It would be a lovely time. We'll bake so many treats, and Malcolm and Grace will mistake your home for a pastry shop when they return. Oh, Lord, don't encourage my sweet tooth.
Aww. As she scoops Gran into a hug, Marion casts a sympathetic glance from the old mare's shoulder. She, as much as anyone, knows how hard it is when family members go their separate ways.
You'll be in good hands. I'll see you very soon, Agnes.
The door closes and Gran and I are left alone. I take a deep breath and hold her bird-like hands in my own. Gran, I'll be back. It's an unexpected trip.
It's one you need to take. Stay as long as you like. Write me a letter if you have time. I only wish I had the money to buy you a brownie.
A brownie?
The American camera.
Ha ha! Maybe I'll be able to take pictures. You'll never know.
Please do if you can. Take me on adventures with security by armchair, Malcolm.
She laughs and I squeeze her hands tightly, warming them in mine. Would you like me to get you a gift?
Malcolm, you are my gift. Just return in one piece. I need you.
I choke up hearing her admit this. I can stay, Gran. Just give me the word.
No, you can't. I only meant to say I need you to tell me when the wedding is happening. You need to begin your new life with your bride.
Gran, we're not married yet.
No, but she's your person.
My fish person. Second, water time.
Alright, y'all. Treat her like the queen she is. You have to love your wife just a little bit more than she loves you. That's what makes a relationship work.
Gran, you're wise beyond your years. I miss you every day.
I'm not dead, Malcolm. I'll see you as soon as you return.
Gran and I embrace among a steady stream of tears. It'll be a hard goodbye, but I remind myself I'll just be on holiday. And I've got big things ahead of me. Sorry if y'all hear the cat in the background. He's being a little bitch. He's a brat. He's a little brat. The day of our departure dawns, and I gather my things through the rhythm of Gran's snores, wondering how we'll wish her farewell without causing us both even more heartache. I do not waken Gran as I walk out the front door. I miss you too, Miss Hazel. To my surprise, the mayor actually seems sad for my departure. It's quite the change of heart from her usual aloof behavior. They say animals can pick up on emotions better than humans. Perhaps she can read how much this is weighing on me. I'll be back soon. In the meantime, Douglas and Marion will treat you well, if you do the same for them. Hazel huffs in reluctant agreement. I put my hand on her velvet muzzle, and for once she leans into me, showing a tenderness I've never seen from her before. The sudden show of affection is bewildering, but welcome. It gives me hope that maybe one day we will get along after all. With one last pet and a carrot as a peace offering, I lock the paddock door. Hazel whinnies as I go. It's all I can do to stop myself from turning around to go back to the safety of home. But I continue, and eventually a weight lifts off my shoulders. The knot in my stomach has shrunk to a more manageable lump, and that I can handle. I walk to the lock with a full heart, a soul alive with the brightness of welcome in a new journey. At the shore, I'm surprised to find a farewell party waiting for me. The elder MacLeod's sister seems lost in thought, and Douglas, well, who knows what's going on beneath all that hair. Bulgaire, of course, is chipper as ever. Good morning, lad. All prepared for your voyage? I toss my bags into the boat and place the vase upon the cairn, signaling Grace my arrival. As ready as I'll ever be. That's the spirit. The greatest tales ever written start out with a leap into the unknown. And you're certainly diving in head first, eh? Hey, it sure feels that way. Douglas speaks up with considerably less levity. Malcolm, how's your knowledge of open ocean sailing? I've never sailed beyond the loch. I've been reading up, though. Reading's no substitute for true experience, lad. The ocean. She's not so tame as Loch Findlay. She's not wrong. Marion starts to pale and fidget, reflecting my own hidden concern. I try to reassure the group. And I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right there, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon or YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!